rapper's name up on the hair song. Big for the cheese and you're dead wrong. Propaganda set the standards in the tear down. Throw it back. Yeah, I'm born to. It's talking, it's hustling me.
All right, Coach, thanks. We are across the Cumberland River from downtown Nashville at Nissan Stadium in Tennessee. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the Tennessee Titans. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson, and he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the carry, good pickup on first down.
Partner, it's not often that I expect running backs to eclipse 100 yards in back-to-back games, but he left 100 way behind last week. I think he's going to do it again. I'm expecting 150 or more.
And last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week, so if he does what you say he might, maybe he'll get another one.
Yeah, I think he's locked in.
Now it's Carson. Up of 6 and good enough to move the chain.
Before, that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue. Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
They run it with Carson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Stop shy of the 45. Showed off a nice little move on the play, though. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it third down. He's a reigning AFC Offensive Player of the Week, and defensively, they have to find an answer for him.
And that's what you would do if you were calling plays, right?
Absolutely.
You'd make sure that he gets targeted. But the thing about it is the route running. That's what makes him so dangerous, is because no matter what is presented defensively, he runs his route with such skill that he's able to go up and get the football first in each and every situation.
Garoppolo looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. 3 yards there. Good enough to keep the drive moving. There's Garoppolo to throw. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here's Carson. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And able to find Kirk complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down. Garoppolo in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. This is Carson. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Now Garoppolo throwing on 2nd. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Woods. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. How about this opening drive? Play number 12 now. This is 3rd down. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Following the interception, Mayfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you.
Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Tackle made there by Josh Bynes.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be 4th down. So with 4th down coming up, here's Adam Vinatieri now for the Colts field goal. From the right hash, this from 53. And this kick is not going to be close. It's this game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. Tackle there going to Marshawn Lattimore.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. They'll roll him out right. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 17 yards on that play for the Titans.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
With the former Volunteer Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Titans with the football here to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a 1st down. Here's a give to Fournette. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits, and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
1st down, Mayfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, had some blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
Jakeem Grant now to return. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. Here comes the Indianapolis now as they get set to take over. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll begin the drive with Carson. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
I got you.
And they'll go on the ground. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. Garoppolo looks to throw. They got a man. It's Woods. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another 1st down. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Oh, and now he bowls him over. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Now they try the right side here. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
Because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
White. Here we go.
On 1st down, Garoppolo. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd. It's Garoppolo. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this 1st half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time. There's a carry now for Keith Marshall. And able to stay. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's C after this. Marshall. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Watch him now, Barney!
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 17 yards on that play for the Titans. Mayfield on first down. Flushed out right. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Colts pick it up. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Right, let's be frank, you hate the fumble at the end of the play, but prior to that, I liked a lot of what was going on. Tucks it down, takes off, picks up good yardage. But in that portion of the field, that close to the sideline,
step out.
Yeah, either get down or get out of bounds. Take care of the ball.
Yeah, he had the yards, but then the mistake. Now they go screen. It's complete. No gain on the screen there. It's second down. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
11.
Garoppolo. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
11.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Allen on to punt as he gets this one away. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Darqueze Dennard there defensively.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. The first red zone opportunity for the Titans. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. The Titans on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll at least get them inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 36 yards out. And Gostkowski's kick is good. So we've reached halftime here in Nashville, the Music City, with the Titans out in front. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And an alley to run. And he slides to avoid the hit. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? They stay on the ground. This is Marshall again. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Over!
They go play action here on first down. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Detroit! Detroit!
Fournette, a first down carry. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Again, it's Fournette. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. The Titans on third down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11.
Here we go now. Boom, landed.
And Mayfield just getting the play off. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that's going to make it 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Third man is Grant. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Here's a handoff to Carson to begin the drive. A very good move, but for a short gain out near the 32. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Garoppolo to throw on second down. Caught by Allen. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd. Dancing to his left. And that is incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They run for it with Carson. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a fourth pick of the game. And now fourth down. Here's Ryan Allen now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And here's Marshall. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. This is Marshall. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Back now in Nashville. It's the Titans. They've got the football. They'll be looking to extend their lead here as we begin the fourth quarter. It's not bad. This is 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on those?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too.
They'll run with Marshall. Whoosh. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 34 yards there and a 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A handoff to Fournette. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he will score! Touchdown, Titans! Keith Marshall, his first touchdown on the year. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for 2. Now a toss coming right side. It's Marshall, and he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Colts getting ready to go. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. And his throw is incomplete. Kevin King, the former Washington Husky, there defensively. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and they're going to face a 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time. And that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Back 99 Philly, here we go.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it, and the Colts pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
After the fumble recovery, it's Garoppolo finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Garoppolo to try again on second down. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Quentin Dunbar right there on the coverage.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down.
12.
So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Here we go. 180.
Now Garoppolo, got to have this one. That's to his running back, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now Leonard Fournette. Finding room to the 20. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
And, Brandon, this is what it pays to have a big back who can take over a football game, especially in the fourth quarter when you've got the lead. Your ability to not just wear people down, but close games out.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a second and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage. But instead, he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Shrugs the tackle. Nice. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 35. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game. That has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves.
The storyline of this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that, but as a full team, there's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column too.
So for Tennessee, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. That'll do it for us.
We were all the way up to